Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, let me start by thanking my friend, Representative Lee of California, for her hard work on this amendment. As you know, she is the newlywed in the House of Representatives, so we congratulate her on a great new marriage and wish her and her husband a long life together. She is a principled, passionate leader when it comes to standing up for Congress's role and responsibility in foreign affairs, particularly war powers, and I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of her legislation. I'm glad we're able to partner on such an important issue. Madam Speaker, it's been nearly 2 decades since the House voted to authorize the war in Iraq. I wish we could have that vote to do over again, knowing what we know now. We were led into a war on phony intelligence and found our brave service members bogged down there for years at such tragic cost. The war is over, and it's long past time that the authority Congress granted to fight that war should be removed from the books, because we see how it's being misused. Earlier this month, we heard the argument that the Iraq war authorization would justify military action against Iran. Here's how the argument goes. The executive branch says that this authorization can be used to deal with any threat emanating, and I stress the word emanating, from Iraq. Yes, you heard it right, emanating from Iraq. That's just wrong. It's not what the authorization says. It's not what Congress intended when it passed that resolution. I was here. I remember it. It dealt with threats coming from Saddam Hussein's Iraq. Saddam Hussein is dead. His government and regime are long gone. This war authorization has no relevance to present-day Iraq and should be repealed, not used to launch more military action. Now, we'll likely hear an argument that repealing the Iraq war resolution would undermine our ability to combat terrorism around the world. But let's be clear about something. The Iraq war resolution, what we're seeking to repeal today, was never intended to authorize our fight against ISIS or other associated terrorist groups, and it is not needed as authorization for any of these operations. There's another existing authorization for the use of military force, the measure the Congress passed after 9/11 to deal with al-Qaeda. I don't agree with the administration's overly expansive interpretation of the 9/11 AUMF. I think they've stretched it well beyond what Congress ever intended. But even this administration has said clearly that they can continue current counterterrorism operation using the post-9/11 authorization, even if we repeal the 2002 Iraq war authorization. The only time this administration has pointed to the 2002 Iraq war authorization as its only source of congressional authority is the strike against Soleimani, something Congress never intended. We cannot allow the President, or any President, to claim Congress has already authorized him to attack Iranian officials. If the President wants to use military force against Iran, he has to come to Congress, plain and simple. An administration certainly shouldn't be twisting a decades-old authorization to justify plunging us into a war the American people don't want and that Congress has not authorized. I get back to what I said before. Only Congress can declare war, not the President. And we have had violation after violation after violation about this important matter, and it's time that Congress reassert its constitutional role in declaring war or not declaring war. So it's long past time that we repeal this outdated war authorization. The House has already voted to do so with bipartisan support. I hope all of my colleagues will join me in supporting this measure and taking these important steps in reclaiming Congress's authority over war powers. I thank Ms. Lee, who has had the foresight to be courageous and stand all alone because she believes something is right. That's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to do what's right for our country. And again, what's right for our country is that Congress needs to grab the bull by the horns. Congress has the authority to declare war, not the president, not any president, Congress. So with that, I reserve the balance of my time.